Yo!
I really hope the tail end of that got
Hi,
caught.
YouTube.
I sent
Hi,
Magus
YouTube.
a message.
Hi.
I sent Magus a message. I'm not sure if he's gonna
Oh
join.
no,
if
Magus is on the way. He hit me with the. Oh hey, what's up? Oh wait, F. That's today, right? Hang on.
Yeah, you know.
Mind you,
that
again, it's
happens.
today at his request, mind you.
Yeah. Like
So-
I didn't
Aw,
want
man.
to bother him.
Alternating weeks hacked me up, and I completely did not think we had session today.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
personally.
what if I just want to say I'm making a sacrifice to be here. One of my metamors is making chicken tikka masala at his place, and I had to skip out to come here. So just saying, I'm making a
What?
sacrifice.
Who? One of your what? I'm sorry. Did you just actually...
Metamor is a person. It's a person dating a person I'm dating, but I am not dating that person.
Okay, cause I was like, did you just throw out a Digimon out on me?
No, God.
Also,
Digivolve. Hello.
Magus.
Hello and welcome.
How you doing?
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Little Wile E. Coyote on that. But
Sorry
yeah,
about that.
it's
I didn't mean to interrupt what you were doing. Also, my input was incorrect at the moment. I can't hear anybody. Give me a second.
Oh God.
Hold on. I got it. I got the input here. Where? Oh God, I've got like 30 inputs right now.
Also,
yeah, I do ping New World anytime any scheduling adjustments
There
are
we go.
made, and I try to make those adjustments at least a week before the game. So
also, cause
yeah.
also, Merry Holidays and Merry Christmas to you all, because I like saying
Yes.
that out loud instead of just text.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Hey, what color is Christmas? I'm asking all my friends this. I need to know what color is Christmas.
Does it have to be a singular color?
No, it's two colors, and there is a correct answer.
There is a correct answer. Oh, hi, kitty.
Well, the standard.
Hi, kitty.
Oh my God.
Hello, cat.
Say hi, Rika.
Hello.
Hi,
go-
baby.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Settle down.
For me, the two colors are usually, of course, red and white, but I'd also throw in green.
Okay, that's a new one, but am I the only person whose Christmases their entire life have been blue and white?
Blue
Probably.
and white?
That's new one to me.
Oh,
Oh
It's
my
always
God.
been great.
You are entitled to compensation because that's child abuse.
Actually.
How did Coca-Cola
actually,
let that happen?
I am curious. I'm
Also-
curious what you mean by blue and white.
yeah, I'm actually
Like
curious.
decorations and stuff.
Huh.
Ah,
Everyone I've asked has said blue and that's not okay. Has said red and green, and I'm just like, I have never seen a red and green Christmas ever. What do you mean? It's blue and white.
so I think I know what you mean now. I have seen like blue and white Christmas lights. And we usually use white Christmas lights too, so I think I know what you mean by that.
Yeah, I mean, like my family had
But,
like
like-
white Christmas trees with blue ornaments and stuff like that. Like they went that far with it.
Oh,
Also, I got a small.
we get a tree, and the tree is green because you see it's a pine tree.
Yeah, you are like chopping down a tree just to use it for Christmas. That is one thing I will agree with my family on. That's silly. Just reuse the same tree every year.
Yeah. Also, I got a small Christmas wish fulfilled. I had at least 5 minutes of nice and pure snow on my way back home, and I made a snow angel.
Nice.
It was a fantastic feeling.
Okay, was that
My
in America or was that an American?
No,
snow angel,
that
or
was here when I came back. Like
Okay.
the capital city that I was in, no snow. On the way back, tons of snow, and I only had like 5 minutes to be able to like do it, so I took advantage of it. I put the picture in New World. Also, I tried. Yeah, go ahead.
If it was American snow, I'm sorry, you might be entitled to financial compensation.
Speaking of American, I tried eggnog. I was surprised I was not repulsed by it.
What is eggnog?
That's why I was curious about, and that's why I tried it, and it was like
eggs, rum, cinnamon, nutmeg.
That sounds disgusting. Oh my god.
It's okay. Hang on. Before you judge on that, need I remind you that many meals are things that are combinations of things that you never imagined would work well together, but they do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Let me.
The recipe that I'm familiar with for eggnog is milk, sugar, egg, spices. A few spices, usually vanilla, nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves.
Need I remind you that there are two staples that are standard as a Thanksgiving meal, and they are roasted sweet potatoes with burnt marshmallows on top of them.
Oh.
What the?
Okay, I've never heard of this one.
You literally.
Wait, this. wait, roasted. No, I do not remember eating that. Roast.
You literally had a conversation with me about this at Thanksgiving. In person. Need I remind you?
We're not talking about the candied yams, are we?
Yes.
Wait, that's what. Wait.
Yes,
She didn't put the marshmallows on top of them that time, but yes, that is a thing that they do.
Okay.
Also, I also will implore that mixing ground up wheat and eggs sounds disgusting on paper, but that is literally the main ingredients for cake.
I'm going to fucking... Oh, damn it!
Cause yeah, I ate the candied yams and it's like, oh, that's nice, and it's like there was no mention of marshmallows on them, and it's like
I'm
that's
going to scream. Oh my god.
Eggnog is just like another kind of nog. I don't understand. Like you guys don't have any kind of nog.
I turned orange juice and milk into a pie, and it was great.
It was. I also helped you with a meal. What was it again that you made?
Hey,
Beef Wellington.
Beef
It
Wellington.
was beef Wellington.
Yeah,
It came out a little. It came out a
Beef
little
Wellington
bit
is
undercooked this year, but it was still really good.
It was fantastic.
How you doing, Jade?
Look.
It was the best
Beef Wellington is just
I've
a
ever
corn
had.
dog from a higher tax bracket, alright?
I do not. You did not put a stick in that beef Wellington.
Oh, you should.
Also, Liv, I've tried.
If you did that and you could brandish that as a mace.
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
I said, it's from a
Wait,
higher tax bracket.
What's the downside
Sorry,
supposed
dude.
to be there?
Because that's what because going to war with oversized weaponry is what the pores are for.
Okay, let's
All right. I see
focus
how
here,
it is.
shall we?
Yeah.
No, I have 2 months worth of stuff to talk.
No.
We're all gonna die.
Nah.
I can't imagine.
I can't wait for the TPK.
Rocks fall.
All
Are there
right,
any gods
anyway.
nearby? I would like to insult them.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just very funny.
So Magus, I just want you to note the state I was in before Sprig showed up, and it was basically like drinking up my coffee the moment I got to talk to someone.
I spent all of my Christmas just not talking to anyone or going anywhere or doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I just sat in my chair with a cat in my lap and I stared at a fireplace, and I was great.
Oh, that sounds lovely, actually.
That does sound lovely.
As one of the most, as an incredibly extroverted person, the fact that that was like what my body was craving felt cosmically incorrect.
I apologize for putting you in that state.
So, hey, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're starting the game.
Let's play a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
A game.
Is this
I
Spirit
know,
Island?
wild, right?
Liv, I will get into detail about the eggnog thing in the near future, though. I promise
But
you,
yes,
it's not
I-
as bad as you think.
I'm scared
was
of
not-
eggnog now.
I was
It
not
basically
disgusted by it
tastes
as
like a
much as I
custard.
thought I would be.
Yeah, exactly.
I, in fact, even enjoyed it.
Excuse me.
Think like
Also,
the
I got
filling
outer.
of a Boston cream donut if it was a drink.
Mm-hmm. Imagine
Also,
doing a
I
Boston
got
cream donut.
Also, I got
Yeah,
Outer Wilds.
That's pretty
but
much the
that's for
closest
later.
you're gonna get.
We are going to finish that later.
Yee. Don't get me wrong, I do look forward to finishing that. I just, you know.
Well, no, no. The finishing part is with me and Magus because he got me onto the game, and I'm like, well, now I have to finish it, but only with him. Also, was the statue toppled? Did we topple a regime? I don't remember that.
You woke up the king, and now you're seeing
The
Callus
illusion
as
was-
it actually
Oh.
is.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see you removed some stuff. I just thought that was Tabletop Sim being like, nope, everything's
No.
destroyed.
Jade very carefully lowered that. I watched.
It's true.
There were no casualties.
No blood rain this time.
Who wants to recap?
No, not me. I'm not even entertaining that. I'm sorry.
It's been too long.
So, you guys. No, sorry. Go ahead, Sprig, please.
I was gonna say we had entered the illusion capital of I am forgetting the name again somehow.
Callus.
Callus. I don't know why I keep forgetting Callus, the capital city. It's very weird to me. Anyway, we entered the illusion of the city of Callus. We met some of the illusionary people. We talked to them. We spent the night there because we didn't think we could go into the castle because of all the guards, like, angrily standing outside the front gate. We were incorrect and got ourselves admission and went to speak to the minister, I believe the title was.
You went to the throne room to speak with the king.
Yeah, we went to talk to them first, and then when we
Yeah.
arrived, we realized the throne room was the other direction, and we took a peek inside and realized the whole place was
Yes.
not illusion, and ignored the rest of the illusion place.
Yes.
And then we woke up the king.
Good morning.
Good morning. Everyone you know and love is dead.
As the king woke up, and looked around them, they woke from their dream, and the illusion faded. The walls are crumbled. The tables are scarce more than dust, and everything is shattered and looks like it has been sundered for thousands of years. And the good king started to cry. Went down onto his knees and cried.
And I tried to offer comforting support dog maneuvers. Do I need to roll diplomacy for this? Is okay, hang on. In this instance, is this diplomacy or medicine?
I mean, depends if you count psychological help as
I would
part of
say
medicine.
I would say your choice, because this could be considered like bedside manner sort of thing. You know, if you could convince me on that.
I'm going to say, in this particular instance, given I'm not trying to convince him of anything, but I will say that I would consider this as a form of a society check. considering that my understanding of being able to provide sympathy in this way also requires that I intrinsically know what it is that he has lost.
Mm-hmm.
And I know
We
that
really do live in
it
a
would have been much
society.
easier if I had a diplomacy check on this one, but Cat, stop stepping on my audio interface. No.
The
Meryl,
funny
Sound
no,
popping
part
out for a second that they really sold it, you know.
the funny part is I can imagine every bit of that interaction in 3D in my head.
Oh my god, the baby.
Okay. You good? Okay, I'm putting you down
Oh my god,
now.
the little complaint.
Okay, all good, and you're back up to where you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is how cats work.
That's,
Okay, all right.
that's cat coded.
That's cat.
All right, here I go. Rolling the dice. I anticipate a 2.
Come on, double digits.
Oh, good. All right, that is a 22.
Okay. That will pass. The king.
I can only fathom what you've lost, but I want you to take a moment that your love for this country was so strong that the image was able to project itself to allow us to see it one last time. And as serendipity would have it, it has not been nearly as grave a loss as you might imagine. Because there have been signs of evolution left behind by your legacy. Would you like to go see it?
And also stupid birds.
It's just a moment, sir. I'm very sorry.
No, I completely understand.
Why did something
It's
happen?
just like it gives like an ingratiating smile, looking back at the others of like, is the snorting going to stop?
What's snorting?
Gerard's crying.
He's crying and he's like snort crying and he's like, oh no.
Oh.
Gerard stands up and rubs his eyes and brow and says, "Well, travelers, I welcome you to my increasingly humble abode."
No.
Okay, that's.
I'm sorry. She's trying to make a move for the for stepping on my audio interface again. And every time that she does, she like ends up drastically increasing the volume because she hits a compressor button.
It's fine, but the first no I thought was in character, and I was like, "What are you doing with this? Where are you going?"
Yeah. I thought
It wasn't until the one that I figured it out. I was like, wait, what?
that's what I thought. Too.
Same, I thought it was a no, this place is not a humble abode.
This place is incredibly opulent,
Decrepit or no,
actually.
it's a castle.
Where are we going with this? Are you gonna have to roll for this too? Okay. Hi. I missed you guys.
It's a pleasure.
I roll to get the guillotine.
It is a pleasure to meet you,
Gerard,
Your Highness.
Here's your card.
please. If anybody has been struck low, it is me. Highness is no longer suits.
Oh, but on the contrary, we have heard. Oh my God! Are you okay, Rika? She tried to lick her butt and slipped and crashed face first into all of my surge protectors.
Cat behavior.
I just
Oh
want
my
to encourage you
God.
not to stop telling us about this because this is amazing. Like this is better than
Yeah.
anything I could come up with.
Like I said, the best part for me is I can imagine this in 3D in my head completely.
I mean, I have a cat,
Okay.
so can I.
Well, I mean, it's like I've seen the area.
On the contrary, Your Highness, we have read much of your conquests and your achievements and your legacy, and your reputation certainly precedes you.
Oh shit! I gotta know. In your time, was there a big tree over? And I pointed toward the big tree.
Wait. Hold on. This is not quite seemly. Come. Let us have some food. My stomach has been empty for far too long.
He looks around and says, "Perhaps you'd like to sample our coffers instead of your own."
I'm sure he's got some tricks up his sleeve. Let the man work.
Oh, sorry, I do want to clarify one thing. He did cast, no, wait, you still have the effects of that thing. Wait. He did cast something on his throat that you had noticed, which is, yeah, so he is
the
talking
language translation, yes.
Yeah, so I just wanted to clarify that.
Mm-hmm.
Presently, he casts 3 separate spells, and the effects will become shortly obvious, but if you would like more information about it, he may certainly roll Arcana. But
Sure.
The first 2 being unseen servants, which are only partially unseen. You can still see a wispy smoke of limbs. And the
28.
third...
Sorry.
And
I was about to say, he participates in slavery. Oh my god, he is a villain.
and the third is a hero's feast. What was
You're now making me think of an unseen servant union.
I love that.
Like they all have like interdimensional nexus for the union meetings.
27, 22, and 21.
Oh, you do them separately? Neat.
Yeah.
Can I help you, Rika? Okay, she's standing in front of... Okay, there we go. That's better. She was standing in front of all my stuff, and I was getting concerned. All right.
You're doing me a concern, cat.
The unseen servants have been are a different style, a different flavor, if you will, of what you've seen before, but it's still a recognizable spell. But the hero's feast is left unfinished. There is still... The spell is basically being held as a concentration spell instead of a manifestation spell. And this allowing him to add and remove components of it as he chooses. He walks over to a table and casts what is roughly the equivalent of a 6th level version of mending to reincorporate a new table and chairs. Come, let us sit. I can't imagine that you have any taste for our spices, but well, I suppose that some
far
things
from
are
it.
fairly universal.
Try
Far
anything
from
once.
it. I'd be glad to sample whatever you have in mind.
Toba is not impressed unless it can kill small child.
And Flicker gives her a concerned look.
On the mountains, Toba's people would
Flicker,
coming
are
of age
you a
ritual
small
was
child?
extremely spicy.
I've been. I don't know.
Many did not
I always
survive.
imagine he has like the frame of one, almost like a, or at the very least internally he is.
No. I want an answer to this question. What is the spice tolerance of Flicker? Is it greater or less than you?
I want to say greater, but because simply for the fact that he is a dragonborn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have heat resistance. Does it only work on the outside?
That is a good question, actually. Does it work on the
and
interior?
fire are a very different thing.
Yeah. That would actually be
Greg,
funny.
Greg,
Actually, you
Greg,
know
I
what?
was just sitting here thinking, and now Sprig's going to come in and explain how capsaicin works.
Okay. I'm going to let
Okay,
fate
Brown Brandon.
decide this. If it's below or above, if it's above 10, he can take the spicy. If it's below, he can't. Let's let fate decide this one.
10?
10 He can't handle it?
10!
He made it a coin flip.
Well,
Yeah, 50. A 10 is 50-50.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought we were talking about. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Scoville units, which I'm like, hang on.
No. I rolled a dice, and the dice said no. He cannot handle
The dice said you are a wimp.
Dice said that
I love
this
the
man is
photo
a bit
bucket
spicy.
chairs.
Assigned Caucasian at dice roll.
Because I just feel compelled to point out, like, 10 is a bell pepper with paprika very lightly dusted on it.
No. I was specifically referring to the 10 on the dice.
Okay, because
And Fate has decided no. Flicker is
10
too
10
much
is an
like
apple
me.
that somebody told a story about cinnamon to.
Jeez.
It's a grain of salt on your baked potato.
it is a description of the spice trade explained to you by a British man.
Oh.
It's a history book about a spice trade that somebody spilled LaCroix on.
Oh god, that one is ill. Oh god.
It is a Downton Abbey royal describing a dream he once had about a porridge that was just a little bit too balmy for his tastes.
Okay, you see, you're talking about levels of spice that make me really nauseous here.
I'm just trying to come up with increasingly creative ways to describe the mildest fucking thing that you can imagine.
They prefer their ketchup without vinegar.
Oh.
And
The British
tomatoes.
salsa company had to create a new flavor.
God, that's true.
Tomato paste.
Extra cool tacos.
Okay. I wasn't even thinking that it was going to be terribly spicy, but
Bring us over a challenge.
the servants serve you as if you were at a 5-star a 5-star restaurant. So, you've awoken me, clearly. I don't know why, and I must admit to curiosity.
I look to the others and sorry, go ahead. I interrupted.
What brings you here?
I look to the others as if to see if they want me to take charge on this one, or if anybody else wanted to speak up
Sobo
first.
will just blurt out, your pets have been lowering property value.
It's, what Soba means to say is that while the legacy of your kingdom, great as it may be, have had long-standing impacts on the evolution of this land.
Is that so?
Some good, and some that still have a few question marks that we are aiming to amend.
Interesting. Well, little of it is left for what that is worth, and as you are well aware, I can help you for what good it will do.
I think it would do a great deal, considering that much of what you had ended up creating is still being felt down to this very day. I know that the evidence of here might speak of the contrary, but people, there are poems, there are documents, and there are entire races of creatures that venerate your legacy. Particularly the Gripply.
I'm sorry, the Gripply?
They are a kingdom in and of themselves now.
Truly. Those little scamps? Well, you've managed to warm my heart a little bit. I grant you that. That is no small feat at this age. But first, tell me of your story. Where have you come from and how have you come here? I am very curious. I do not know how long it has been.
Out of character. To answer that, we have to talk about parallel dimensions.
Oh,
No.
I, like most people, was born out of a cursed mirror.
I was also born of a cursed no.
So the whaps you both upside the head.
I come from a faraway kingdom of it shall not be named.
I've been there. It really won't be named.
Spring's just like, out of college.
Kobold comes from mountain tribe of necromancers.
For copyright
Mountain
reasons,
no longer has necromancers on it.
for copyright reasons, I can't name where I'm from.
Oh, where you're from is legal. No, where you're from is there's a very clear name for it. It's legally distinct dragon pun.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I missed this group, by the way.
so
What caused you to venture so far out into the moors?
well, would we like to go around the table for that one, or do you want to? Are you looking for a more collective answer?
Healing
Well,
necromancers.
collectively,
We went to
certainly.
go look for the, the bird people.
Bird people, you say?
Yeah.
Yes, you remember the race of pets that you had, the
con?
raven type folk.
Yes, the con.
6
Yeah.
foot tall raven men. All of them
Well,
were liches.
they have evolved and have taken to themselves to follow in your footsteps in their slightly misguided goal of immortality. They've actually quite weaved their entire society around it. It's kind of concerning.
I fear what stories of me may have lasted, as I was often panned for not being a conqueror.
Well, it's less conquest, more the necromancy part. And then the conquest.
Most historical texts do identify you, and almost exclusively, as the good king. So you did something right.
That is an evil laugh.
No, that's fairly jolly.
Oh, of course, that would be my legacy. Oh.
The Venn diagram of evil dictator and Santa Claus. In the center is two things: an insistence on a less than cared for workforce, and a bitchin' laugh.
Yeah.
Fucking Soba cracks her knuckles. Difference between Santa and Satan is one letter and dyslexia.
Oh my god, every moment with this group today. Oh, we did this.
I don't.
What a good
I thought
welcome.
something, I don't know if it's. I thought something, but I don't know if I can say it.
Type it.
Liv?
Yeah?
I don't know if Soba can have dyslexia because I don't think you have Lexia. Isn't Soba partially illiterate?
Oh no!
Yeah, Soba can't read common. She can only read her own language.
So you don't have Lexia.
Yeah, it's true.
Just
Wait,
saying.
well, no, that's what because she does have a language. It's just she doesn't share it with y'all.
She's got
Oh, okay, no,
dyslexia.
that's fair.
She's got
Yeah, that's like saying
dyslexia.
someone who only speaks French has dyslexia in English.
Oh. Okay, so
I mean, to be fair, French people, they're barely people, but.
I repeat myself. What a
I'm kidding.
wonderful,
I'm kidding.
What a
kidding.
wonderful welcome home gift this session is.
So, both the Khan and the Gripply still persist. That's good. That's good.
The
That's good.
Khan have taken a new name for themselves now as the Kenku, I believe, but
That's also technically our word for it, if I recall. Did they call themselves Kenku also?
I mean, they
They
have
never
called
called
themselves
themselves
Kenku
anything,
before.
I believe.
Right.
Have they? I swear to God, I've heard one of them refer to themselves as a Kenku.
They
probably
ju-
did
they ju-
but at some point.
They
but-
just-
I like the idea of like, wait, you called yourself Kenku. No, we didn't. You called us that, and we haven't corrected you.
that's more or less
You
what
called
it is,
it.
That's what
Yeah.
I intended,
You
at
called
least.
us that. We like that name better.
It's more
It's
along
our
the
word
lines
now.
like, are you Kenku? Like, no, I'm Harold. Like that's the kind of more the attitude, you know.
No, this is Patrick.
Patrick! Oh my God.
I am not a
Beat me to
crusty
the punch.
crab.
Beat me to the punch, you SOB.
So,
Son of a Briton.
the Gripply
Son of
and
a
the
Brit.
con. Well, it does bring me back, but it still does not explain your presence here, or, for that matter, my own.
We're working up to that.
Yes, very
So-
sorry.
I, and by extension, my entourage here, are commissioned by a organization far away across the seas, known as the Department of Happenstance. We were commissioned to investigate the strange goings-ons of your land. We came from across the Great Sea and entered a bubble of what seemed to be anti-magic, or at least our definition of magic. And as we have been trying to slowly familiarize ourselves with this land, to open up trade, explore, and meet new people, such as the Gripply and the Kenku, we came across various ritualistic sites, dragons, kobolds with unfortunate mineral ailments. And there was that one instance with the Blood Temple. It was its time of the month, you see.
Yes.
Okay, out of character, I'm laughing, but Rodolak has like his hands steepled, and he's just kind of giving like a very sage nod of yes, very sad.
That is the most unique method of describing explosive deconstruction.
He turned Soba into a unicorn.
But there have been certain peculiarities about your land that you might be a little bit more familiar with than we are, such as the silver blood that we've been coming across that we've started calling tibium. We did call him tibium, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. As well as the interest the Modron have taken to your former lands. Many areas have overgrown, some areas have become swamp, but it is quite a beautiful land. And we have been working on slowly building our own town as well, if you would like to see it, near what we call... we didn't call it Sword Coast, we called it something else. It was... Oh, God, I'm
Landfall.
terrible at this.
Landfall is
Nightfall?
Landfall and Knife Point Market
Yeah,
is in Landfall.
yeah, Landfall and Knife Point Market, where there's a giant sword in our area. There appears to be a general fascination with life after death amongst the creatures and people in this area, particularly with the Modron and the Kenku. But the Gripply have been taking part in using the stones that you had been giving them, the wish stones, to help build their society. And there apparently had been one last greater thing that had been left behind for... We're not entirely sure. We're not sure if it was for the kingdom or the Gripply themselves.
Well, the stones were never truly intended for the Gripply, as it was. Though, I suppose you've already figured that out, he says, glancing over at his crown, which he has left on the floor, by the way.
History doesn't intend for a lot of things, but they happen anyway.
You know what? Perception check. Are there missing holes where there would be inset for those stones? I'm going to take 10 on that one, and I get a 21.
Just the big one.
Just the big one.
The crown jewel is the one that shattered. That it was a gripply stone the size of your fist as opposed to the size of your nail.
That must have been heavy.
Yeah, to wear that on your forehead all day, that'd be very heavy.
Yeah, that man must have a
Imagine
strong,
you
must have
put
got
it
Mike
in
Tyson
that
neck.
You know, I'm gonna roll to see if there's like shards of that stone somewhere, or it had been forcibly removed.
What? Oh no!
Like, this is not like a deeper investigation. It was just like a
We
glance.
did
The
that.
crown jewel crumbled because
you
he
saw it.
used it to revive him.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
He
Never mind.
absorbed it. It went from blood to clear and then shattered, and the pieces melted like ice.
Thank you. I just needed the clarification.
Those were, well, a method of transporting blood. You are familiar with lichdom, as it were, I must assume?
Yes.
I've seen
Very
it.
good. Well, clearly
We
you're
understood
seeing
the
it now.
ritual that... Well, we understand the ritual that went about to take part of it, but if I may ask, obviously this illusion that you had presented for yourself has been going on for quite a while. What was the last thing that you remember prior to the gestures indiscriminately towards the room?
Well, the kingdom had, at that point, truly fallen. And I must confess that much of this had already started to dilapidate. And, though I'm sure you will want some giant bardic story of immense battles and whatnot, but I have nothing so fanciful to give you.
It's perfectly fine. We're not exactly bards here.
The king
Still looking
succumbed
for
to
the
the one
triangle.
thing that slays
I'm
all.
a bard. I'm a bard when necessary.
The kingdom succumbed to the one thing that claims all. Time. People moved out, people moved on. The last I had been awake, there were only 4 families left in the area. And at some point, they must have found fresher water elsewhere. We had lived here for thousands and thousands of years. And eventually, people didn't.
Elsewhere in another plane of existence, a king who had just recently acquired lichdom had begun building his plot for revenge against time itself, wanting to rain conquest on the last true enemy of his kingdom and reign.
I support this.
Okay, I was.
We're going to kill time!
No, I'm
As
suing
you were-
this, actually.
As you were saying that, all I could think, all I was hearing in my head was like the Twilight Zone music.
I do find it really funny that this guy got rid of the one thing that like causes empires to fall when they have a really good leader, and he still screwed it up. Like, think about it. If like Byzantine Empire, right? If Justinian had never died, they probably would still be around. Right? But Justinian died and it was all downhill from there.
That's the thing, though. He didn't screw it up.
I mean, if
his
you
people are
qualify
gone.
dying as screwing up, then yeah, I'd say he screwed up a little bit.
I mean,
Yeah,
people
like,
die
his-
all the time.
his-
It's kind of a
His
it's a symptom that most
civilization is
people are witches.
gone.
Yeah.
His civilization is gone. I would consider that a failure as a statesman.
The people were happy, though. I mean, I don't know how much this is meant to be in character, so...
I know we're
No,
doing our
no.
best. We're doing our
Yeah.
best here.
No, this is me, the anthropologist, talking, not Soba, the person who can't even spell anthropology and thinks it's a snack.
So Soba has complicated history with furries.
Anthropology doesn't even include furries.
It's got anthro in it, doesn't it?
True.
Oh god damn it!
Gotcha, bitch.
Owned.
Soba is not allowed at Rainforest anymore.
Soba will never eat peanut butter again.
Wait, you have a
So you
rainforest?
said...
No.
So you said that you saw the anti-magic and whatnot. Does that mean that scrying is still impossible?
We haven't really. Well, we've seen one or two people that
As far
have.
as I know.
We've seen one or two people that have expressed that they've been able to overcome this. Granny, for example.
The reason we settled here was because this area was unscribable, and I don't know how much you are familiar with my people's history, but I imagine not terribly over time.
Rodelac drops his sandwich with a look of sudden potential realization. As he turns to Flicker, says, "Do you have parchment on you?"
I take his sandwich.
Always.
Rodelac is so hyper focused on this thread of thought that he is not paying attention to the sandwich.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm eating it.
Oh my god.
Our
All right,
people were pursued by large creatures. Sorry.
Which of us in the party has the highest perception?
Probably Soba.
No, mine's 11. My perception's plus
geez.
11.
Never mind.
Mine's +9.
Soba
Mine's
has
a
the
plus
exact.
12.
Okay. Cece. I hand the parchment to you, and I say, I need you to recall knowledge, and I need you to draw, to the best of your ability, Granny.
Wait, would that be a perception?
Honest, makes sense to me personally. Or
Yeah,
maybe
Would that be a
performance?
perception or a performance?
I call it perception.
Yeah, I figured that. I mean, like, again, I've got like recall knowledge, but in this instance, I imagine that he's not great with faces.
Oh, he's
Like,
got
he's
that
good-
Tom Cruise disease.
Like he's good. He can recall like a lot of books and things like that, but I imagine faces are a little bit more challenging for him.
Oh, right, because you're a weird dog thing.
Yeah.
I could argue that Flicker has to remember a lot of faces because courts and the like.
I'm going with Cece on this one for this, if that's okay.
That's okay.
Now I need you to.
CC went to college.
Now I need
I
you
feel like
to.
Cece has a pretty strong memory just generally.
Now,
But I also feel like her artistic rendition would be very dry and like devoid of artistic talent.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It is probably like a carrying over of blueprinting from her engineering, I think, that she would be using of like something kind of akin to like Da Vinci's Man pick drawing.
Your Highness, I know that you have just come out of a very intense slumber, but how artistically minded would you say you are? If you could just humor me for a brief moment.
Decently, I suppose.
I take a piece of parchment from Flicker's collection here, and I move over towards him. And as Sprig is doing, as Cece is doing her drawing, where is I'm trying to find the thread here. Okay, here we are. What is the name? Okay. Do you happen to remember your garden manager, the one that had helped manage and research the Gripply?
Well, yes.
Could you do me a small favor? We only have smatterings of her records on hand. Again, out of character, I don't remember if we ever got her name. We've only been referring to her like as her job.
No.
Could you give us her name and immortalize her on paper so that we may bear her face? As he turns around to Cece with a very grave and concerned look on his face.
The king just goes, well, her last name was Biscuits.
I tried those too. They were nice. That's all.
I might be conspiracy theorizing right now, but
Congratulations.
this would
Pinboard
make
has
a lot of
manifested behind
sense.
you. The pinboard is just manifesting behind you. The strings are
great.
like doing themselves.
Using engineering, that would be a 32.
Okay. It's exactly what a CC or a drawing would be. It's somehow like it's hard to imagine how a sketch can somehow give the vibe of a blueprint of like a patent drawing, but you manage it. It's precise.
Yeah. It is precisely the same, like, dimensions and everything as the person's face would be. It just has absolutely no
soul.
life to it at all.
There's no soul to it.
It's AI art. The fingers are a little bit weird.
Oh. No, actually, no. That would be impossible for her to manage. She would be like, no.
All right, so Cece's got the image.
Mm-hmm. You gonna pass it to him?
And how does the king do?
He draws a different person entirely. He draws a Gith, and a younger female Gith, and yeah.
Okay, but like, what if
As
Granny
he-
can shapeshift though? We know
he-
she's super powerful.
All right, and what was her name?
Was it Beds to More Kicks?
I never.
Yeah, I
actually-
looked up what Granny Biscuits would be in Danish.
Dang, I feel like I gave that character a name, but I don't.
Yeah, I only remember her as the Royal Stable Master, is all I've got.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second.
Do you want me to volunteer a name?
Yes, please.
Eleanor.
Eleanor, for real?
Yeah. It was the
Okay.
first thing that popped in my mind.
I
Just
need
go with
to
Ilana.
hold on before you do. I was looking up a Githyanki name generator just so I can get like a vibe of what the names are like,
Yeah.
and I need to read these off to you, and I want you to tell me if something sounds off to you.
Mhm.
Rydoth, Nis, Kaath, Raman, Da'asoth, Gas.
To be fair,
No, that
there
sounds
is
fine.
canonically a Githyanki in Baldur's Gate 3 called Loser.
Is it
He
spelled?
it's
sure?
spelled Louserr, I'm pretty sure, and it was the Githyanki that Lae'zel boarded the Nautiloid with, and he died immediately. Unless you're playing as Lae'zel, then he jumps down where she does, and he does die on impact when the Nautiloid crashes.
Amazing. I'm gonna go with Ilana, just because. Yeah. He does look over at the art that Sprig drew and go, oh, maybe she's still around then.
Oh!
That just sounded like she got deleted right there. Like,
You need the reverb on the voice to go with it.
yeah.
True.
Well,
Hang on, I got
met
you. I
this
got
woman.
you.
She's,
like we're just
she
hanging
resides
around.
near landfall.
Like we're just hanging around. And then she just screams and does the reverb, and she just fades out of existence.
I hope that actually worked.
It
Actually
worked.
went and found the reverb and everything.
Oh,
Okay, good.
Do it again.
As there's a brief moment where Rodolak grabs the two papers and his hands shakily place them up on a wall together to make a comparison. I know you've already described it as a completely different person, but he takes a minute, strokes his chin and goes, "Oh, thank God," and then he goes, oh, she's still around, and then just he kind of like
Just drop
squeezes whatever he has in his hand and crushes it. It's like as he turns and looks at the
Explain,
king, goes,
Grandmother Biscuit.
"What do you mean she's still around?"
She was a kindly old brownie. Some sort of fey creature. That's the word that it translates into your brain as what he says is something completely different. But
Sorry. Continue. What were you saying?
yes, I do recognize them. She was very kind.
Huh.
Stayed here for some time.
Did you have a long-standing relationship with them?
Not as such. They came by and to trade once in a while, and very clearly outlived anybody else. And well, they were a nice and kindly old lady, so I thought it kindly enough not to mention it in return.
Did she enjoy talking to wagons back then, too?
No, I can't say I quite follow that.
Okay. I apologize for a second there, and I was concerned that there was a possibility that the stable master might have been outliving this and have been watching with with distant amusement. I'm relieved that is not the case.
No, that's quite all right. Our people were pursued by monsters. Each individual was 2 stories tall and had a full kraken as its beard. These creatures pursued us to various lands. It's very clear he's never actually seen one of these creatures, even in all of his life, as that's how he describes them.
The opening to Attack on Titan plays in the distance.
Yeah. We found
With
this
Pirates
land.
of the Caribbean coming in halfway.
We found this land and it was unscryable, so we settled in here.
Sorry about that.
Quite
Phone
all right.
just went off.
We settled in this land and lived here quite comfortably for quite a long time. Surely you have...
Out of character for a second.
Yeah?
The logic that I had, at least, just my estimate, I want to share it now that we have our
Please.
concrete answer why the gifts are here, was that the gifts that came here were a splinter off of what were considered the Githyanki generally, and rather than becoming the Githzerai who flee and become monks in the, in Pandemonium, came to the material plane here because it's an unscryable realm and just remained Githyanki, just were not, like, I think we all know that the original group of Githyanki.
Yeah.
That is
Horrible
not...
fascists.
That is not terribly far from what happened, except that they made their own culture and their own civilization, which deviated so far from the baseline of the Gith that it is indistinguishable from them. But other than that, it's not terribly far off.
And
Yeah.
yet,
That
they
was
still wound
smart.
up worshipping a corpse.
You know,
Wow.
it was.
Like the
I gotta
third
admit,
time it's happened.
I gotta admit, going through that game and then learning what the Githyanki were
Anyways.
like. Okay.
Focus.
Thank you. Yes. Sorry.
It's okay.
An hour or 2 with you guys is not enough. I always have to state that.
In any case, now the question that we have for you,
Yes?
Your Highness, is what would you like to do now? Obviously, your reign has come to a reasonable conclusion. I think we got the answer of like what he last remembers, right? I don't know if we dodged that.
Mm-hmm. It was a peaceful countryside where with only a few families left. of people who had just gone off to other lands that were also prosperous.
Mm-hmm. Now, I understand that there's probably very little kingdom left for you to rule here. You have an opportunity at a second life, as is typical of lichdom. Perhaps you'd like to see what we've been cooking up, and maybe you might have something that you'd like to do during your time here. You could take a crack at peasantry, pursue a hobby, or you could assist us with the Department of Happenstance's investigations on what's been going on with the Kenku and the Ripley.
And maybe that anti-magic wall that's going on outside in the ocean.
Soba is gonna gasp, and she's like, "Stinky skeleton man could be friends with creepy doll thing."
Well, I do think that might do me some well to get back into a civilization. I have withered here for so long, and I surely cannot die.
I mean, it depends. He says, tapping his fingers. Should that be a thing that you desire, that could be potentially arranged. But
So,
Well, sometimes being alive can get boring.
I was going to say that there have been thousands of years since you were last awake, and magic and technology has advanced quite considerably in that time.
is that so?
I wish I was playing a gunslinger now, so I could just pull out like a Smith and Wesson and be like, yeah.
Well, no. So no, that is Flicker's job, and he does that.
I believe that would
I
be
forgot Flicker has a gun for some reason.
Yeah,
Of course he does.
I actually believe that would be Cece's job, considering the wheelchair.
Well, yeah, but like in the exact description that Liv just provided, Flicker is the one to do the thing that she would want to do. Because he actually has the hand cam. Yeah, so yeah, he goes, yeah, as he like showcases his
I have a
weapon.
gun.
My God, who gave that child a gun? America.
Yeah. Canada specifically.
Oh.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Then why aren't they laden with ammunition? That child should be crushed under its own weight in bullets.
I'll make its own ammunition.
So then,
That was scary.
some desserts come out, presuming that you've all been eating the salted fish, mutton,
Yes. Yes.
So it just has a plate piled high with just like those giant Ren Fair turkey legs.
Like, Flicker just ate a lot of pudding.
It's well seasoned, but in the rosemary and garlic sense, not the capsaicin sense.
They have blooming onion.
Soba like just sneakily reaches into her pocket, pulls out like that hot sauce that kills you, and just liberally applies it.
It's just what the label says: the hot sauce that kills you.
Yeah.
Is Soba a space wolf? Probably.
Yes.
Very, very. Remind me to tell you a joke later on. Since you watch Star Trek, right? Jade.
Yeah. So
I'll tell you. I need to tell this to you later on.
Okay. Maybe disappointed with my knowledge base though.
It's fine. Anyway, continue.
A dessert course comes out, and it is sweets and jelly and served with a cheese board. It's just nice,
Yes.
you know.
Mhm.
since this guy's like super old, he strikes me as the kind of person to like unironically serve aspic for dessert.
Like or just.
You guys
Like,
know
or-
aspic, right?
I do
Yeah.
not.
Meat gelatin.
Oh. Well, in any case, Flicker just makes himself grilled cheese because he can do that.
So,
Grilled cheese is great.
ooh, actually, that's a nice green. So then, how far away is your land?
Not too. Well, are you talking about the land? Are you talking about landfall, or are you talking about our home?
I scarce know the difference, friend.
Well,
Very.
landfall is a couple of days of a walk.
Day and
possibly
a
less.
half by giant mechanical spider. Looks to CC.
And our places of origin are very.
A couple of, I believe, what is it? A couple weeks sail.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
Very well. I would very much like to see your lands, if you would have me. Afraid my skills are
Sure.
more limited to statecraft and diplomacy than any sort of. I loathe to say it, to phrase it this way, but peasantry work or farming.
Well,
Silva
that's a
raises
wonderful
hand.
thing. There's always time to learn. I didn't consider myself a field man myself, mostly a scholar, but I've learned quite quickly. Turns over to Soba. Since, you raised your hand.
Yeah, so raises her hand like, can you blow things up?
Intentionally or otherwise?
Yes.
We got both.
She's still thinking about the Modron factory. She's like, you are supposedly great big shiny wizard, but also dead thing. Soba pledged to protect life from dead things.
He has
But-
a complicated. Sorry.
But Modron's making evil factory not that far outside of swamp.
What is a
If you blow up evil Modron, stupid little robot bug thing. It's fine. It
Imagine
die
a
all the
square
same.
if it hated you.
I present a.
The perfect description of emoji.
I missed the first part of that sentence.
Yeah, yeah. I
Square
think
that hates you.
Square.
Imagine a square if it hated you.
Yeah. Blow up,
so good.
blow up
They
evil
also
factory, and Soba will
they
look
also
other
come
way on case of being dead.
They also come in triangle shapes and spherical shapes.
Oh,
And they
Soba
hate
Let's
hates
not
spherical ones.
overcomplicate it.
Well, it seems I have much to learn about these new lands. Very well. I shall travel with you, as there certainly lies nothing more here for me.
Would you like to take a
Please.
moment to make your peace with this region? We could probably come back and maybe, I don't know, turn it into a museum or
Amusement
retake
park.
the area.
I can build the rides. Nope.
Oh, sorry. I just imagined a flume ride go into it with swamp water. Oh,
Can you repeat that? I think you got cut off.
a flume ride
A fair,
with swamp water.
Oh.
a
Wait,
fair
what?
number of
I'm
structures
sorry, you might
made
need
with
to
magical
explain to me what a
materials and
flume
are
is.
still largely intact. A lot of things could probably be rebuilt.
Sorry, you're just making me think of the idea of like a theme park built around the explicit and dramatic and tragic fall of a once great country or nation. Well,
Yes.
welcome to Romeland. All roads lead to fun.
Welcome to Yugoslavia land.
Welcome
It
to
ends
Caesar's
badly.
Palace.
That's a good point.
Just saying.
I mean specifically not like these were like the great heydays. I mean specifically a theme park around the fall of it, like a merry-go-round whirl called a merry-go-round whirler dirly that they called Feast and Famine.
Oh my
Try-
gosh.
let-
A laser tag arena called the Barbarians at the Gates.
This is
Welcome,
amazing.
welcome to Yugo land. it's all about the war. It's not great.
One of those like giant elevator drops, and it's just called oh my god, what's his name? That one emperor.
Nero.
No, not Nero. The really crazy one.
Nero?
Do you have any idea how
Caligula.
little that Nero's it down?
Caligula, yes. Just call it like Caligula's economic plan.
And it's a horse ride.
Oh, and GD, a flume ride is a log ride, water-based log roller coaster.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed out on that one when I went to Disney.
It just makes me think. It just makes me think of that. Like last part of this minor segue. It makes me think of that one Adult Swim Flash game they made a while back called Viva Caligula, where the only instructions and tutorial in that game is save Rome, kill all Romans. And he's just running around naked, whipping people to death.
Oh my god!
Fight Poseidon somehow.
I'm gonna look up a link to this, but keep going.
History. Why is history the way it is sometimes?
Because sometimes it just do be that way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's still on Newgrounds.
I mean, I imagine it was.
Imagine that was swamp water.
Yeah. The moment you said log ride, I was like, yeah.
Nope.
Why does he look like a rat person? He looks like a rat person in that image.
That'll be the sketchy click of the day after stream.
Play it on stream, Howard.
Oh, just all of our group like on a log flume ride with a really depressed king of this is the extent of my legacy.
Soba's having the time of her life.
Okay,
It's just a photo of greetings from the remains of your kingdom.
Okay. Magus, I'm gonna need you for reasons, because my memory is garbage. For later, I need you to write that down right now, and I may or may not draw that.
May or may not.
And as far as that goes, he's literally Ozymandias looking upon his own works and despairing.
Soba goes out and thinking, King, come on teacup ride with Soba.
Like, that was actually part of the inspiration for the character.
Going on the teacup ride?
Yes, absolutely. You can tell. It all makes sense now, right?
By the way, just remind me,
Ozymandias on the teacup ride.
Just remind me also, he is in fact a Lich Gith, right?
Yes.
A lith, if you will.
Possibly a Gitch.
He turns around and very quietly whispers to the rest of them, "Are there any people back at Landfall that have issues with GIF? I've never taken the time to ask."
It's hard to have issues with things that went extinct.
Yeah.
Except the dodos, they know what they did.
How dare they be so tasty?
Oh, I never got to eat one!
The greatest tragedy.
They never run away. They just walk into your mouth.
Okay, that's not even soba. I am a vegetarian, and honestly, if I had the chance to eat a dodo, I would.
I mean, it's a unique.
What if it was the last dodo?
I'd eat a dodo too.
I mean,
before they go extinct, of course.
Yeah, I would try another endangered species.
All right, hang on, real quick. Real quick, and then I promise not to say anything out of turn for the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
One extinct animal. You like, there's a cloning machine that has a bunch of extinct animals into it, and you have a coupon for one, and it will be eaten. Which extinct animal do you pick?
I'm torn between woolly mammoth and water buffalo. But in all fairness, water buffalo, Ted Turner did bring that back from near extinction to open up a barbecue parlor. I wish I was making that shit up.
Oh my god, I love
There's
that.
also a team that cloned mammoth meat in like a lab-grown tank and made mammoth meatballs.
I mean,
yeah, Neanderthal.
Sounds amazing.
honestly,
I
I want to
eat
say
Neanderthal.
dodo because I like eating birds. I'm just gonna stick with dodo.
Okay, so I would say dodo, but if it's any extinct animal, I'm gonna have to go for Utah raptor because 1, it's my favorite dinosaur, 2, it's related to chickens, and 3, I don't know, being able to eat my favorite animal sounds like metal as hell.
Honestly, you and I are in the same direction. I was gonna say ankylosaur.
What?
Ankylosaur? Ankylosaur.
Oh yeah, an ankylosaur go hard actually.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it would probably.
I don't know, those
It would
large
probably-
animals usually don't taste that good. I
Oh,
would
yeah.
probably go for a compy.
You probably wouldn't want to eat a rhino.
It's more of a curiosity. Like, I would want the experience of having something like that, even though I don't think it would taste good.
I think
Yeah.
the dodo just looks tasty. It's just
It
so
really does.
nice.
It
and round.
does.
It's
If
round.
it couldn't be a
It's round.
dinosaur, I'd pick dodo. If it could be a dinosaur, I'd pick Utah raptor. Just to say I ate my favorite extinct animal.
I'll be perfectly honest. I'm sitting, even though like I had answered my side of the question, I'm just sitting over here like paramedic from Metal Gear Solid 3, just kind of staring in abject disgust as Snake describes trying to eat a frog.
Oh yeah, I
Or like
I played a little bit of that game, and it's like I definitely want to play more in the future.
I ate a
Yeah,
Russian glow cabbage.
You could definitely tell why paramedic became a nightmare person.
I ate a Russian glow cap and it charged my batteries. Could you excuse me for a second?
Yeah.
If I had that
Like,
machine,
she
I would
would,
totally
like,
do
I
it.
get it.
Battery.
I gotta
Yeah.
go take some rat away. It's rat away.
Spending an entire week listening to Snake talk about bullshit, that would turn anyone into a megalomaniacal fascist. I'm just saying.
It's the way he talks about it more than anything.
It's like I had this reticulated python and it was really tasty. She just kind of mutters under her breath, "Cannibal." Anyway, let's continue.
What a thrill!
I don't- Da, 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 da.
To be honest, I wanted Snake to hit her with a, snakes eat other snakes all the time. It's natural.
True.
Is it though?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Snakes
No,
routinely eat smaller snakes.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. Nature is a B word.
Snakes are pretty much of the kobold train of thought. If it fits in mouth, it is food.
If not food, why fit in mouth?
Yeah, I
Snake
don't-
crying as it's trying to devour a large rock that's shaped like a turtle.
Yeah. It's actually
Yeah,
why snakes, the most common cause of death for snakes is Ouroboros.
Oh,
Because they'll
really?
see their own
Yep.
tails and think, oh, another snake, tasty.
Wow, I
Same.
actually
Bad.
never knew that fact. That is
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Yeah, more snakes die to that than predation, which is funny.
Yeah, that's honestly that makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna be honest. Snakes never did strike me as like having a lot
Lizards
going
are
on.
dumb. No offense, Jaden Sprigg.
How dare!
They did always just strike me as that. Like
Jade over here. If I wasn't perpetually exhausted by how cold it is outside, I would have had a strongly versed rebuttal to what you just said.
I'm nice and cozy right now.
It
Okay,
actually
okay.
depends, because like crocodilians are a lot smarter than most people credit them for.
I mean, yeah. It's like so long as you feed them, they're like they will not, and don't bother them too much. They're fine with you. Like there's people that have them as pets, and they are fine. Just make sure to feed them. That's all you gotta make sure.
There's a woman who trained her alligator to drive a four-wheeler.
I do not believe you. No.
I'm not kidding. She got fined because it didn't have a license.
Oh my god! Did she get a license eventually?
Share proof or it's not real.
I can try to find the thing again.
Please, I will not believe you until you do. I need to know this.
I'm just gonna assume Florida.
Yeah,
Sure it is.
That's the most.
having
Florida
lived
would
most
make
of my
sense.
life in Florida, yeah.
At this point,
Where the
it's
crocodiles is.
also Jade. That is very cute image.
Man, I'm so
I know that
glad she
Tegu-
can now- oh my god.
I know that Tegu can literally be trained to play fetch, and like they actually show affectionate emotion towards people.
Bearded dragons too.
Anyways, hi. How's it going?
Hi.
Hello.
I sent a link to an article about it too.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Same energy.
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
What seems to be the problem, officers?
Liquor coated.
Stan Pines.
It's my CNI bear.
Grunkle Stan is the best. Oh,
Th-
hey.
Thank you, Bill. That's what I was
wins
thinking.
the Funkle Bunkle.
Right then.
Continue.
Okay,
Hi.
yes, let's.
Gaming.
I'm
Gaming?
sorry this
Yeah.
is happening, Jade. It
No,
will
it's
happen
fine. No,
again.
it's beautiful. People are having
I
fun.
promise
And that's
you,
the most
10
important
minutes. Starting now.
thing. We'll see.
You have 10 minutes until the next interruption.
All right. So, hi.
Hi.
You've had a very good meal.
I like the Jello. It was very jiggly.
Thank you.
He's,
Full of
he's
meat for some reason.
I'm just
yes.
okay. I am just imagining that one meme that went around where a character swallowed something and his neck is the shape of the thing they swallowed.
No.
It's just imagine like a gelatin-looking neck shape.
Yes.
Nope. That's not a good thing to imagine. Recommend not doing that.
Well,
yes,
I am
it
going.
was a
I'm going
sweetened
to
boar
draw it.
gelatin. I've decided there was a sweetened boar gelatin.
Ah,
They also have pudding. Pudding
Yes,
is always
probably.
nice. Pudding.
Well then. Shall we onwards then?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Now, not to put too fine of a point on it, but just so you know, I do not know where my phylacracy is. I figure that may be something that you might want to be aware of.
Oh.
I mean,
Recall
like,
knowledge, we didn't get an inkling of where that is, right?
None.
I don't think we've investigated or we had too much else going on.
No, not necessarily. As he looks and just very politely, like, puts his hands together and takes a deep breath and says, "Do you remember what it looked like? We might have come across something similar, or might have an inkling of where it could have ended up."
Is it my hammer?
It's not.
The truth of it is, I've never seen it. My chancellor had it made and had it put somewhere hidden, such that it would not be found. And as I understand it, that I would not even respawn directly at it, but just simply nearby it. I haven't a clue.
Well, that
the classic.
complicates things.
The classic. You can't bring it out of me if I don't know it myself. Tactic.
Precisely.
Also,
No, my reign was peaceful. That is not to say that I did not have enemies.
by the way,
yes,
sorry, I have to put out the statue with the photo bucket thing on its side, getting to me.
It's also
I-
on the seat of every chair, too.
Yeah, I know it's so
It's
good.
it's an ancient inscription. Why is this such a persistent thing in this setting?
I imagine that as we are making our way towards this, like we're not like in this thing as we're like talking to him about this stuff.
Okay.
Considering of enemies, did you what was your rapport with Jusoic?
Well, poor.
Oh,
I could tell.
How much do you know? Because very few enough people, even in the last time I was awake, even be called that name.
As he holds up a diary of like some of the journal entries that Jusoic had written, and says, "Well, as it turns out, few people have the expertise that we do."
Oh my goodness. Well,
I'll understand if you don't want to read it yourself, but you are welcome to. It is your history after all. And I doubt Jusoic could really do anything as of this point anyway.
That is true enough. No, I don't think it would help me in any way to read that. That is long, long past. But to you that knowledge, though, I've had a knife in my back the night before the ceremony to become, well, what I am now, a lich. Or so most people were led to believe. I actually had the ceremony completed 2 nights prior to it. The ceremony was simply for the public. Apparently my son was not aware of this despite his vast information network, and thought to end things a bit early. He was exiled and he joined some tribe or another out to the west.
How west?
oh no!
Out of our borders.
Soba's going to lean in, lean into like someone and be like, "Which direction is Ken capital?"
I like the idea that it's Flicker, and if he, of course, points in the proper direction.
Which is?
West.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
no!
west across the river.
I was about to say.
Kind of like west-northwest from where we are.
I'm
but
just thinking of Jusoic with that speech from So This Is Basically Ruby, where it's like, I've been cursed, I can turn into a bird. What? Do you mean you're cursed to be a bird? No, I can change back whatever I want. I don't understand. That sounds objectively beneficial in every way. You don't understand. I'm a bird now.
Ruby, I'm a bird!
I have no idea what that's from, but it sounds amazing.
Oh, it's just a joke of like if you've watched Ruby, like Crow bangs on that he turns into a bird as like a magic curse or whatever, and they're saying, but that's not a problem though. You could if you could change back whenever you want. How is this a problem? and it's not
cursed with
important.
a new superpower.
Yeah.
If any superpower was gonna be a curse, I think it'd be mind reading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
only if you can't turn it off.
True.
Or relevant to this situation,
Yeah.
immortality.
No, honestly, even
No,
if you can turn it off,
immortality is
being able
always
to-
beneficial. I don't care.
being able to know what other people are thinking is just like you always know you could look. No, that's terrible. That's a bad idea.
Liv saying that confidently as she's watching the sun go supernova.
Okay. Hang on a second. I'm going to defend my point here. Hang on a second. All right. So you're thinking on a normal time scale, right? So if you're immortal, right, and the sun explodes and kills everything around you except for you because you're immortal,
As it does.
literally all you have to do is just wait. Eventually something will come along.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
it's-
not
I got ADHD.
wrong.
Okay, but here's the thing: if you're immortal, your ADHD will take this. Well, like eventually, as your perception of time expands, you will seem like you don't have ADHD because your attention span will just naturally be in the thousands of years, which would be short for an immortal.
I'm just thinking
I
of
don't
you
think
as like a
that's how that
burnt,
works.
naked body in the vacuum of space, being like, "Well, I guess it's time to play the waiting game."
As I'm like
So
slowly
then-
regenerating and getting my skin blasted off by
Wait,
radiation.
hold on.
So
I'm just
If
imagining
you keep getting your sense of time changing like that, does like your nose keep growing?
What?
Are you just eventually mostly nose?
No, explain that actually. Hang on a second.
Your nose can just keep growing your whole life.
Hang on a second.
I've never heard
yeah,
this.
that's
I have never heard. I've heard hair and nails, but
Maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. I don't know. I think it's like a million years ago, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of old men with a lot of big old noses.
anyway,
I think that's
let's
just- I
get
think
back
that's
to
just
the
because
campaign.
they-
I'm sorry.
No, like that one. I
No,
think that's
no,
just
no,
because
Steam's
they
know
start
about this.
withering. I think it's because you like if you get old enough, you just start withering, and that's not their nose getting longer. It's the fat on their face like atrophying, so you just see the cartilage on their nose, which makes it appear longer. Yeah.
but
If you're an
the-
immortal, that wouldn't happen.
I always just imagine it would be. Sorry, go ahead, Spring.
I have been trying to say the thing for a bit, sorry. The immortality problem that a lot of people talk about is that as your lifespan becomes infinite, the probability of like being irreversibly trapped becomes infinite. Because no matter how small of a probability, over an infinite course of time, it eventually becomes 100%. But the same thing works for rescue, because, the odds of being rescued is however small, but being found, no matter how small, as an immortal becomes eventually 100%.
Yeah.
Actually,
just gotta wait.
funnily enough, I came up with a character when I was younger that I eventually molded into. This character just popped into the universe. He doesn't know. And he's on a planet that's devoid of any kind of resources. And he just kind of waits there. He's tried killing himself multiple times. And he just eventually just waits. And eventually something comes along that he can use to get off that rock. The longer your lifespan is, the better the chance of it. And infinity is
Yeah.
quite a bit of time.
I wonder what's on
And
the other
I
side of
find
this
it
black
funny.
hole. Whee!
Yeah.
Honestly, it is funny
The black
that
hole's gonna die eventually.
I do find it funny that I came up with it when I was at that younger of an age. That concept of a character that's just sticks around for so long that he tries killing himself and it just doesn't work, and he just eventually gets off somehow. Either he figures it out himself, or something, or he gets something. Either way, he will get off where he's at.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
said
Anyways, moving on.
Yep.
Thank you.
Children are more than
Somebody had to say it.
So, the king does pause to look upon the old statue. And then proceeds along with you.
Reminiscing, sir.
Yes. Some things stick around, I guess. And I suppose I'm one of them.
Well, someone had to have at least prompted you that this was a possibility, right?
Of course. But I don't regret it. I gave my kingdom 15 or so thousand years of peace, prosperity, happiness, arts. and it would have surely fallen apart in the instant I had perished if I had not.
But what about social programs? Did you think about those?
Constantly.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps one day we might find a sort of lich ritual for infrastructure.
Ritual.
Ritual. A ritual, as it were.
Mayhap,
Lich
though,
ritual.
honestly, there are so
Lich
many
ritual for
words in these
taxpayer
places, the
funding.
fact that anything exists at all is a testament to my people's skill. I shall warn you
Yeah.
as well, I am no good at any combat arts. Well,
But you said you could make things explode.
Well, not intentionally. I've simply tried cooking.
Oh.
Oh! Oh, me too!
Oh no, there is 2 of them now.
Oh God, there's 2 of them. Oh God, I woke it up. Oh God.
Flicker
No.
found someone he can relate to. Well,
An
another one.
ancient- Sorry.
My mysticism in my spellcraft lies more in, well, what you would expect from one of my more along the lines of entertaining guests and managing logistic routes rather than.
And you. Someone raises her hand. Can you conjure ice cream?
I suppose I could.
Guys,
Ice
guys,
cream, you say?
I think we have a solution for the biggest problem we've had for our entire time here.
No ice cream.
No,
Oh.
no, that will remain a problem. No, the mayor sucks. Maybe we have a new mayor.
Oh my God.
But we need to hold election.
I like the idea of like, good news, Mr. Mayor. We have solved all of your problems. We resurrected this dead king from thousands of years ago to just be a mayor.
We are calling snap election. We have already run primary.
We
Replacing you with this
also
lich
have
we
the election
found.
already.
The king being like, this feels like a massive downgrade.
Well, look at it. Well, look at it this way. It's like, well, everything I've built is now dust. Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
He doesn't really strike me as the kind of guy that would shirk like running a town as any less than a kingdom.
The mayor's just like, what do you mean you ran a primary and I lost? Lich is ahead in 7 districts. We have 1 district. It's a town.
Well, that's because you're not counting the natives.
Look, if you're gonna run against a lich, you have to accept the fact that the dead vote.
No.
God.
He is running on the Democrat ticket.
Oh my god. God, that's a nightmare with a lich. It's like the dead voting. It's like,
Look, how else do you think JFK got elected? It's the lich vote.
it just makes me. It's just part of me makes me think of that. There's an old comic with like 2 wizards debating, and one is clearly evil.
You mean the Nixon versus JFK debate on TV where Nixon actually looked like a skeleton?
No, I was more
I'm
referring.
not kidding.
No, you're not.
Like,
Well, actually, skeletons were involved in the comic that I remember, and here it is.
yeah, that interview, Nixon. This is back with black and white TV, of course. Nixon.
Let's
Sorry.
pass this over.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. We are voting to pass this. Sorry.
So the question I have for you guys, I'm willing to hand wave. Let's go back to Lonvel if that's what you guys want to do. If you're planning on going anywhere else, because that is backtracking in an area that you've already passed through once. If there's any other direction you want to go, then we will be playing it out, as travel again. But
Yeah,
if you guys
we-
are just headed back to landfall, I'm willing to hand wave and teleport us back there since you've been through the path, you know the ways, you have the resources. Sprig exists. There's nothing that can really stop you.
Okay.
I'm an engineer that solves problems, and I've forbidden myself from using gun to solve that problem.
Practical problem.
But what if you use more gun?
Ooh, that's my favorite. I've been wanting to make more.
Do we have
Still love
response or
that.
thoughts or consensus?
Nope. I mean,
I
that
don't know
sounds
what
about
else we
right.
can really do. Like,
I think return to landfall is the thing right now. I don't think we want
Yeah.
to drag the king into an adventure.
yeah, I mean,
I-
like
no,
we found,
I- no,
we,
I
like,
I think
we
I
found
think-
the source of the necromantic magic that killed that kid. So like, mission
I-
complete, I guess.
I mean, listen. We just resurrected an old king with this kingdom. He kind of needs a distraction right now.
I want to show. I do want to show. I do want to have Soba show him the Modron factory.
The what?
The Modron factory. Just be like, just be like, okay, there it is, Modron,
I think
evil
that's
triangle,
Bob's
kill.
comment, right?
Yeah.
What?
It's pretty
Wait, what?
good.
What are you laughing at, Jade? Sorry.
The one guy in this group with a gun can be disabled by a peppermint candy.
Oh my god, that's true. Oh no, it's a bad guy with a gun. Don't worry, we have a good guy with a peppermint.
Wait. That's what is Flicker the bad guy here?
Oh fucking! I mean, if we ever go near like any Ents, I feel like you're the bad guy by default.
Mm-hmm.
What? Just because I'm industrial?
No, because of all the fire.
Oh, that's fair. It's not like I can't control it. What do you think I am? Some hiccup hammer that spouts my flames willy nilly?
Wasn't your intro scene way back in the old country you accidentally blowing something out with a fire crystal?
Blowing up
And your
his
words
own
being
industrial food
explicitly
processor.
yeah, and your words
Yeah.
being explicitly, oh, this happens all the time.
Well, yeah, with the inventions, I've gotten control. He's got control over his fire breath.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So long as he's not, so long as he doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
steam.
Yeah.
Like you try holding whatever's inside you when you sneeze.
All I'm hearing is all kinds of caveats.
Yeah.
So, hi.
I feel like I'm being discriminated here.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Yes, the one where Flicker dug a hole.
Yeah, I can't target your character now, so I guess you're just stuck there forever.
Oh no. Or I clone myself like a bacteria.
Oh my god.
Go Flicker 2. I'm stuck in this hole now.
Oh,
You
hail
must
the hole.
continue You must continue my adventure in my stead.
Flicker is multiple man now.
Oh my god.
If we want to be if I'm being honest, this is technically Flicker 3.
What happened to Flicker 1?
Well, Flicker 1's in the hole. Flicker 2 is the first clone that went on the adventure outside town, and well, I have to clone him again, so it's Flicker 3 now.
A clone of a clone of a clone.
copy of a copy of a copy.
Well, this is a beautiful town, I must say. He catches himself saying small and adjusts it.
No,
Is he,
it is small. Soba has to walk on knees to go in some buildings.
Yeah, don't feel
Very
too bad
small.
about that one. We understand. It's a grower, not a shower.
Indeed.
It's winter.
Is that what they said back where you're from, Soba?
Probably during winter.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, all great empires have to start from a place like this. They don't just spawn out of nowhere.
Truly.
Was not built in a day. But all roads do lead.
You
Yes.
repurposed one of our old forges. Oh, magnificent.
Yes, we caught eyes of it and figured, well, we could make the most of it.
I must ask what that enormous sword is. It's
That
that's
was here when we
sure.
got here.
Really?
So that
Yeah, we
is a
haven't-
big
we haven't-
sword.
We haven't gotten around to that mystery yet. Give us a couple of sessions.
I mean, it's the bones that we don't know about.
Okay, this is a deep cut because of how far long ago it was. But the lead that was never followed up on is that there is the same maker's mark in the swords that Emustaltas made.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
an
we
emotional
did
type
follow
sword,
up
but
on
we
that
don't know
part.
anything else about it.
It was
We
the
haven't had a
bones that
chance
we
to
don't
talk to
know
her
about.
about it.
Yeah, we did figure out the sword thing. It was the bones that we weren't sure about disturbing the bones and the lichdom aspects of that.
Yeah, I don't believe that Emustaltas was asked about that.
We didn't ask him.
We were
I don't
going
think.
to, but it never.
No.
We haven't gone up that way yet.
Yeah, you didn't really cross paths since. Sorry, I just wanted to be mine because that was a hot minute ago.
Sorry. Ignore me.
It's like that guy with the speaker for a head in Venture Bros. Ignore me.
Lovely. He just sort of half wanders off and just starts looking at the market goods, just amused by things that you have taken for granted, you know,
Mm-hmm.
trinkets and gizmos and these simple magical cantrips that are completely foreign to him, and.
He picks up an orange. Oh, they don't peel themselves anymore. What's wrong with you?
How quaint!
Oh, I like to think that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I like to think that I've been seeing like the king's nature. I think along the way back here, Flicker's been like geeking out with him on the toys that he's made, showing them.
He would be tickled by that, as well as by Cece's chair.
The one I am curious about is what his thoughts on the Crabostructor bond.
I'm sorry, the what?
Oh,
The Crabostructor.
The Crabostructor, that's Cece's big robot.
Yeah, the crab inspector.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's been that long.
How could you forget about Crabostructor?
Crabostructor!
Because because much like some animals, if it's out of my sight, it doesn't exist.
Oh no, GD doesn't have object permanence.
Oh no.
So
He looks at it. He's like, the demon we fled from.
No, he looks at it with the sort of, I'm not being freaked out. I am not being freaked out sort of look on his face as he's nodding and being like, these are new times with new things. This must be common
like,
now.
I just like the idea that he somehow like we got all the way here and only now did he notice him.
Well,
He was riding on its back and he assumed it was a beast of burden or something.
Yeah.
what does make him jump half out of his skin, though, and being a lich, I guess that's a real possibility.
Yeah.
Is
Oh god, that's
It's a
awful.
real danger, honestly.
is seeing a Gripply.
Oh yeah, we'll have them here.
They're friend-shaped.
Is that a Gripply?
Yes,
That it
tiny
is.
froggy friends.
My goodness.
Mhm.
He stares in a way that would be considered impolite if the Gripply had any concept of people being impolite to them, but they do not.
Do you wish to go talk to them?
Hello there. Hi. Have a good day. Okay, bye.
Oh my god, he has the
I see.
charisma of a high schooler.
I say to the Gripply as he's turning away, "Hey, did you know that guy kind of invented you?"
Neat. No,
Yeah, that's pretty much. I figured.
I like the idea of him as like, neat, bye, Dad.
Jade,
I've never
I
had
would-
a dad before.
Jade, you're picking up too much of my mannerisms. That is exactly what I probably would have had him say too. Neat.
or
Actually,
vice versa,
no.
perhaps.
Or no, that's a
Yeah.
flicker mannerism.
That's also just a Jade prison from years back.
Yeah, you're the
Yeah.
same person. You're just moving very quickly across the Atlantic Ocean, back and forth.
I'm not sure, honestly, there is much of a better answer than that.
I mean, yeah. That's why I play flicker that way. It's like, hey, this is a neat thing. Neat.
I know this is true. The only answer that I don't have is why. But I will find out.
Magnificent. Here, one sec. He casts a quick spell that'll that takes about a minute or so. You don't have to roll Arcana. It's summon familiar, and two familiars pop out. One is what looks to be a large raven on his shoulder, and another, which is a small frog at his around his, near his legs. Both are ethereal, partially transparent in the way that some older wizards' familiars may be. This is how they looked in my day. They are, well, bipedal for one. And you say the Kenku have grown to the same size, then?
Sorry, say that again?
Yes.
And you say the
Kenku
Kenku
are
have grown to the same size?
Just about.
Yep. Oh, I always thought the Kenku were like our size, or
They're actually
are.
larger, yes.
yeah.
That's why I said just about.
Ah, okay. No, I could have sworn you compared them to Ripley's size, and I was like confused.
Oh, magnificent little creatures, aren't they? They're still as adorable as I remember them.
They are incredibly friendly, almost to their detriment.
Not almost.
Explicitly to detriment.
Exclusively to the detriment.
Yeah, but we're here to help them.
That's good to hear. No doubt they help you as well. Probably also to your detriment, but nonetheless, they always do try.
No, so far it's been nothing but pleasantry.
That is also
but
good
pleasant.
to hear. I must say, I enjoy this world of yours. It does not escape you that he uses the third person there, or second person.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Would you?
I mean,
Well, considering that you're here in our world, perhaps you would like to consider speaking to someone of your old world. Granny Biscuits is down the way.
Truly?
Yes.
Yep.
Sometimes she talks to the vanishing cart.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
we've established that we know she's a fae, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fae do tend to hang around for a while.
And if anybody wants to roll some form of dice for double check your brownie etiquette, you might want to.
Okay. Yeah.
Be polite. Do not be.
Yeah.
Do not be ass.
17.
Be polite. Do not thank them for what they do.
Hmm.
Remove "thank you" from your vocabulary.
Yes.
Very well then. Lead the way.
I lead.
All right, so we head to Granny Biscuits then.
Yeah. Man, I always wanted to be a brownie when I was a kid.
Like,
Uniforms were cute. Sorry.
oh, I
Wait.
thought you meant the baked good.
Yeah, I thought that
No,
too.
it's like the, I believe it's the precursor to the, well, not precursor, but the,
In England, it's just what we have instead of Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
okay.
Ah,
Here
okay.
there's
Well,
brownies
so-
and Girl Scouts, and usually you're brownies then Girl Scouts.
Yeah, brownie is like the Cub Scout equivalent. If that's the thing.
Why would they call it them? Why would they call them after a food that
They're
Sounds-
not named after the food. They're named after the Fae.
Yep.
I am okay.
Brownie is
so
also the
confused.
name of an earth spirit in, like, Fae.
Yeah.
In D&D terminology, actually, they are the ancestors to gnomes.
Really?
No.
Huh.
Neat.
Interesting.
In the same way that elves and Eladrin are related to one another.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you lead to Granny Biscuit's house.
Yep.
And do you knock or
Yes.
something else? What room
Yeah.
do you
What?
do?
Go to the door and shout, "Hey, we've got someone you haven't seen for a while."
Oh dear, who is it? Who is it? I suppose all of you then. Oh my stars. Granny Biscuits then? Is that what you go by? Oh yes, yes. Ha, imagine seeing you after all this time. And as like to you. A pleasure as always.
It's astonishing you recognize him almost on spot.
Well, he has a THD
Especially
day.
now that he is beef jerky.
He looks like
Oh,
a
he's
gift piece.
reskinned him. He's put his skin back on. Okay.
Yeah, he reskinned when he absorbed the Gripply Stone and got power back.
I
Yeah.
really, really hope that the sound was as wet as I am imagining.
Oh, absolutely.
Just-
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Hmm.
No, I'm
I
not.
take it.
Rehydrating with the sound of someone slurping the last dregs of a milkshake.
I made that sound a while ago.
It's good to see you back after all this time. The one sight that I can recognize. Oh, and you too. Do tell me, do tell me. How have you been?
Dead.
Much the same, such as it was. Oh, same here, same here. I doubt that. But it is good to see that you are well, and it is good to see that you have maintained your caretaking after all this time.
Oh, so he's very privy to her cryptic bullshit. That's nice. We don't have to catch him up.
Yeah.
No, I want her to drop some. I want her to drop cryptic bullshit, and he just like figures like it's not even cryptic. Maybe it's just like no, it's just how he talks. I
Does
got
not miss a beat. Just immediately knows.
I was just like pretty much like given the fact that he knew about her in the first place, I was like, yeah, there's no way this man does not know how to deal with her.
I must ask, are there pressing needs for me now? And what hand did you have in me returning? Oh, what makes you say that? Surely, I would never interfere with such a thing. Quite. But yes, now that you mention it, I do believe these lovely adventurers may have some work for you to have done, so wouldn't it be good to get your hands back into the work? Wouldn't it be delightful? Quite.
I'm just thinking of that bit from what was it, Hell of a Boss of making ends meet. Oh God, I'm poor now.
Oh. Man, I'm glad that they're actually together now, like actually properly though.
I mean spoilers, but yeah.
Eh?
Nothing. It's not important.
No, hey, it was confirmed that they were actually together last episode. People have had a week and a half.
Anyway,
I
continue.
still only watched the pilot.
I gotta watch the last episode.
So
have
I
to
don't
catch
even
up
know
on-
who you're talking about.
Same, honestly. I'm not sure which ones you're talking about. I have a guess, but...
I am still worried about Millie, though. My brain is immediately going to control alt delete.
Just focus.
Not
focus.
saying anything.
I know.
Just
Just
saying.
not now.
All right.
Well, I do miss your cookies, I must say. I thought you would. You have a half-empty stomach. Well, I haven't eaten in several thousand years, that is true. Of course. Now, come in and have some food. All of you, all of you, all of you.
No hesitation. Silva walks in like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
yes.
too on this one, and then as we eat, the moment like we step into her thing, I'm triggering that's odd because I know every time we go into this place, it's been something concerning.
Anytime she offers food, Flicker declines, and then like, he like unwraps like a sandwich from underneath the table and takes a bite.
Oh, that's a very bad idea. That's a very rude way
Silva
to
just
treat
wholeheartedly
him.
enjoying like this kindly old grab.
This is his sandwich, by the way. It's not hers.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
still,
no, you're rejecting hospitality, though.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I mean, anyways. Oh, that's odd. I mean, kind of everything.
What's normal in this house?
Like... Hold on a second.
Excuse me.
Koss and Rodalak,
Yeah.
if you glance into the fireplace, you see your reflection
Oh
in the
boy.
flames, as if it was a mirror.
Oh, Arcana check.
Oh, I don't want to know. I'm not finding out.
It would be extremely important for me to know. Of course. Well, that would be a
Don't forget, you can reroll.
17. So I'm going to re-roll that. Do I see a 2? That is a 5. 18.
Does anyone?
No.
Does anyone want to give him one of theirs for a third try?
Are you offering?
Yeah, sure. If you feel it's important, yeah.
There we go. All right, so that is
Four
a
times
16. Sorry, 26.
Somehow it got lower.
What is your question? What are you inquiring upon? I mean, I can guess, but I might need to hear you say it.
Is he seeing me through that reflection?
He is not. He is not seeing. He is occasionally glancing at a fire, from the way that you measure the perspective of things. But no.
Forgive me, Miss
Wait.
Biscuits. Is there any? Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, wait, how does Cass see anything? Didn't his reflection guy die?
Uh-huh.
That's why I was
Yeah,
about to ask.
that's one of the reasons why I'm not fixating on it too much.
Okay.
I
Forgive me,
imagine
Miss.
it's not very pleasant.
Forgive me, Miss Biscuits, but is this a particularly special fireplace?
Not particularly.
Is there a glamour in
Okay.
effect with it?
A what, dearie?
A glamour, like a magic illusion, or is there a particular magical property about it?
Oh, don't be absurd. You should just have a small snack and relax. It'll do you well.
Hmm.
Let's see. Soba,
Yes.
the food is outstanding. It fills your stomach in a way that's difficult to explain. That is just is exactly every flavor that your palate has wanted at this moment. Granny Biscuits does make some small talk, and just the general endearing talk that she tends to do. Though, Cece, roll me a society.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 22.
Okay, and now roll me a perception. If you'd be so kind.
That's a 29.
Granny Biscuits appears to have a difficult time seeing you. Literal sense. Yep.
Right.
That,
That was a
I
thing
noticed
last
this
time.
in our previous visit, yeah?
It's gotten worse. To the point where she's squinting to any time she's looking at you and
Well, I mean, last time she just didn't even acknowledge I existed.
Yes. Now she's trying very hard to see you. Oh no, I'm just
That is
kidding.
moderately uncomfortable.
Um,
Cece has just tried to go without notice with Granny Biscuits this whole time.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
She went to a wizarding university. She knows better than to tangle with the Fae if she can avoid it.
I feel
So
like
tell-
we spend way... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you.
I just wanted to make a quick gem. I feel like for people that know not to be around Fays, we spend way more time than we probably should with this Fae.
I mean, yeah, but that's the fun.
So tell me, Gerard, now that you're back, what will you be up to? Settling down? Finally dating some more relaxing? Oh, I suppose you've had a bit of that. Yes, I suppose I have been relaxing for as long as I can remember. Feels good to have a bit of a spring to my step again. And a step to have at that. That's how. Well, they do say that some things are better left alone. That is something that is said, I'm fairly certain somewhere. I forget who makes that saying, though. But it's a wisdom one. It's a wisdom one, I'm sure. And sometimes things can be. Though not always. Yes, not always. Gerard does eat, by the way, if you were curious. He does partake in the meal. And they have some of that, they have some of that gelatin as well.
Hell yeah.
The true Fae is back. The cat. Cat
Rika,
is back.
Rika, oh God, yeah. Rika,
What was that noise?
What was that noise?
she's climbing up onto me and trying to sit down, and now I'm like grabbing onto her, and we're both kind of like struggling a little bit.
Aww, adorable. The cat came back. Dun 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 dun. The cat came back.
Seems to be innocent in this. I just want to say, it seems like Cat is doing nothing wrong.
Agreed.
I didn't say she was.
She just wants company. That's all.
Now then,
Love you, kitty. Okay, you can go down.
well, I'm certain that whatever you have going on, you will be the person to bring calm to things. That's what you're best at, after all, isn't it?
Who is she saying this to?
Gerard.
Oh,
Well, we shall see what the future holds. I am looking forward to it once more. Oh, well, that's very good. Yes, quite. Thank you very much. This has been an excellent meal. Oh, no, do stay, do stay. Well, no, I certainly couldn't. But I shall see you again, I have no doubt of it. Oh, me either.
Granny Biscuits hits him with the baby. It's cold outside.
I can't believe we got around to mentioning that again.
Amazing.
Full
I
circle.
saw my chance. And I took it.
Thank you.
That's
That
the
means.
callback for tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. That means that conversation was not in vain. See, it's all part of the game, Jay.
Yeah, it's canon.
Yeah. It's canon that periodically the gods in the sky will just pause time, excruciatingly talking about nonsense that's inscrutable while they just stand there unmoved.
I mean, for all we know, yeah, sure.
I like to think that our little miniatures are like the actual characters, and every time we go on these tangents again, they start talking a little bit amongst themselves. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
they're at it again. What is it this time? I don't
Well, I
know.
think-
Something about milk.
I figure that your characters have small talk too. Hey, Soba, do you want me to hem that cloth for you? Or do you have something matting your fur behind your leg, just so you know. Like, I imagine that your characters have small talks.
Yeah.
Well, yes, in character, but we're talking like they completely break character and they're aware that what they are, as they see these like giants above them
Media
talking about their
awareness.
nonsense. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like Soba speaks in perfect English. She's offended that I keep thinking she speaks in third person.
Yeah.
I would say
I
we're getting a
always
bit
love-
Toy Story, but I think we're actually closer to reboot territory at this point.
I just think it's cute when the things have a life of their own.
By the way, if you want to be sad, go watch the reboot. It's real bad.
I haven't. I've heard that, and I haven't seen it because I don't want
They
to. Feel
rebooted
sad.
reboot.
Yeah,
Oh!
I watched the whole thing.
Oh, Jade.
Hi. Yes.
Oh, I have to suggest there's a reboot documentary, and there's some fantastic stories in there. I'd highly recommend you watch.
You know
Anyway,
what? I have an opinion that I think might not be very popular, just for the sake of people who actually like the show. I'm not
Okay.
familiar with the show.
Lay it
Just
on
because
us.
of the name, I think it would be incredibly funny if every season of the show was a reboot of the show.
Oh my god.
That's honestly conceptually that might have merit as a concept, if I'm being completely honest. A show that is in a permanent limbo of being rebooted. And every time we see a new generation try and reboot it.
No,
That
no.
actually-
Always gotta be all the
There's a meta
characters
plot.
are
There's a meta
replaced
plot.
with
They're
new
aware they're
actors.
being rebooted.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
And
but now
the characters are all replaced with new actors, and in like season 5, all the different variants of the characters appear at the same time.
now I'm thinking of Excel
They're
Saga, where
aware.
every episode is a different genre.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta finish that, by the
We
way.
do.
Anyways,
Anyways.
Anyway, go. Yeah.
Gerard finishes and gets up and walks out before the rest of you. By the way,
Also, I think that was very rude.
We should probably excuse ourselves and just say.
Cece also
yeah,
excuses
we're
herself
showing
and
him.
leaves as soon as
I don't
Gerard
think. I don't
does.
even think you have to excuse yourself. You're just not there for her.
She doesn't say anything. Cece just like bows her head slightly in a goodbye, and then just rolls herself out. Second person out the door.
Anyway, for the ones that are of us that aren't invisible, yeah, we're just gonna be like, we're showing him around town. So if you'll excuse us.
Goodbye, Grandma. Soba, love you.
we'll see you again soon. Don't worry about
I
that.
say, I don't mean to leave awkwardly, but... And then I just walk out.
That's very on brand for you, actually.
Why is the title of this session not called Dead Man Walking?
That's actually fair, actually.
Yeah.
Red Dead Man Walking. Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption.
No, he's green.
Yeah.
Green Dead Redemption.
I'm definitely gonna have some. I already have like an image of how I want to draw him in my mind.
Lovely, insufferable old hag, isn't she?
Oh yeah,
She always seemed nice to me.
she is nice. I just wish she wasn't a fae.
It's racist. You can't say that.
Yeah, you can't say that.
It's present year.
I assume this is like when we're outside.
Yeah.
It's still rude.
Flicker, even with his manic spasms, he does not like dealing with the phase kind of nonsense.
She put up some of my old things upon the shelves, I saw. She knew I was going to be here. I don't know what to make of that.
Maybe she missed you. She's your friend.
Or she's good at predicting things.
Yeah, I have very little doubt that she was some part of what got me back here. With you, that is to say.
Well, I don't know if us specifically.
Probably us specifically. It's the kind of thing that...
I
we're
mean,
going
there
to
have been.
associate with the Fae, we have to assume that they're going to do this.
I mean, there have been plenty of adventurers around here. It could have been any one of them that brought you back. She just probably was like with a group of adventurers. They'll bring you back.
Yes, I suppose. Regardless. Kind, but insufferable all the same.
But
I
we
really-
are protagonists.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
boy.
Not real.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Ugh. Let me go see what you've done with the forge.
Oh, we managed to make it. Remind me, what was the? I remember we did something around it. Well, what were we trying to fix, or were we just trying to fix the temperature? Yeah.
You basically overclocked the forge.
Yeah, we managed to upgrade it. It's now at much higher capacity.
Oh, excellent. He will wander with you throughout town, asking various questions about things that, well, things that did not exist in his time, and regaling you with various anecdotes about things that that existed in his time in its place. Pardon me.
You are excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess we can go to the administration office first.
The town hall
Might
has
as well
lost its
introduce him.
texture.
Hmm?
The town hall has lost its texture. It's now image cannot be loaded office.
Oh, come on. It's loading okay for me.
Same, but
Right.
Sprig has Sprig
Why is
problems.
this-
This is true.
Are you for real, Cat? You're gonna sit in front of my monitor?
You're gonna sit really in front of my monitor? In front of my
It's
OSHA?
the only
handbook?
it's the only place
In
the cat
front
can
of my
sit.
salad.
What, is that the original?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot what was the original. I always thought, for some reason, I thought it was really in front of my OSHA handbook.
I think people are maybe slightly less precious about their OSHA handbooks than you were assuming.
I mean, it helps people safe, so I've seen crazier things.
I'll take my OSHA handbook when you pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Anyway,
I would like each of you to name something that you show the good king
ooh.
in town as you are, traversing and walking around. We don't have to make a whole, conversation about it, unless you wish to. But
No, I do want to try and something. So.
So
Oh, we
Like
should probably
the-
show them the tavern.
go to
Get
the library.
get a meal in them.
So what's to
We
show
just
him the
ate.
spooky doll? Spooky doll.
I'm taking him to the library. And be like, there's a robot. Do they have like metal?
Oh my
people
god,
and-
what if he recognizes Alvin?
Also the goblins are probably there too.
the
it's
goblins
just
are
the entire
absolutely eating
book
up the
club.
books. Sometimes
Literally.
metaphorically.
It's like, dude. Oh, we
Yeah,
should
we got
probably
back just in. We got back just in time for book club.
Oh, you know who we should talk. You
That's
know
my
what we
secret
should
live.
talk.
It's
to him
always book
about?
club.
You know what we should talk to him about? In between these,
Book club sandwich.
Yes. God,
we should probably tell him about the dragon. He probably knows about the local dragon, whose name I forgot.
It doesn't a Muslata? Didn't Muslata say that she came off but by the time she came along, stuff was already gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mustatas only came after the group just left.
Yeah,
Okay,
I remember because I was incredulous because there was a lost civilization, a civilization that came after it that then got lost, and now we're here.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ignore that. Yeah, I think.
And it's the intermediate civilization that we know nothing about.
That they had a big sword.
I mean, that's the one you can ask
Big-
Mustatas on.
Big swords are as cool as big skeletons in the environment.
True.
Hell, I played an old RTS game where it's like, oh hey, that's part of the aesthetic. There's just random giant skeletons about.
speaking of random side subjects, Tabletop Sim is really not liking my computer today.
On that note, we are at 2:30. How late would people like to go today? I think we might
Honestly,
as well
I'm
have
kind
that
of
discussion.
winding down myself.
Yeah, I like I said, I could probably go a little bit more, but you know the energy I started off with. I'm just fine with just talking about things.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm kind of getting from people right now, which I'm totally okay with.
hmm
I figure this bit might be a good pausing point at least.
Yeah, we can have a little bit more fun about the things to talk about.
Yeah, and we got, we I'm just glad I got to finish my thoughts that, because like, the king coming back and waking up and then that being the cliffhanger was just like, need to finish, need to get back.
Well, we did give you an extra week, so there's that. You got an extra week for your homework. There you go.
I do have a further question though. Narratively, are there any specific beats or moments that you would like to happen in the near future, rather than what sort of plot direction do you guys want? Like, do you want to Imusiltas to come down and say hi? Do you guys want to be focused on I don't know, on the Gripply and hanging out with them? Like, what direction
I do
you guys want to go narratively?
I would like to meet the dragon and the kobolds again. That would be very funny.
I also would love to have like some kind of conclusive direction to go with the Gripply and the Kenku now that we've got the good king back.
Yeah, and also
Well,
like
that's
we
gonna be
need
going west
we
to
need to
the
figure out
capital.
how we're gonna blow up the King capital.
Oh yeah, that is mostly a measure of heading out in that direction. Though, fair warning that how to phrase this? That will advance the situations.
It will cause issues. Oh yeah, we still also gotta deal with the little robot dudes in the forest making the death factory. Probably.
Yes, the
I don't know if-
and oh wait, I'm sorry, Liv. Girard does not have any understanding or recollection or comprehension of those creatures. Much to your lament.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just like, oh, fine. Someone will blow them up. Sopa's own original plan. Sopa will need Guy Fawkes' mask and 17 barrels of gunpowder.
But yes, if you want to, sorry.
I can make it 20.
I
Yes.
propose, if you are interested, we could narratively have Girard stay in town with Alvin and the mayor and sort of like get an assessment of the world, so he has more to go off of. While you guys go up to visit Musteltas for the weekend.
I'm sorry, just the way that sounded. It's like, yay, we're visiting Granny Dragon.
No. Mom gets us for the weekend. She got custody.
That if you want to do that would get that, but in that direction. But as far as conclusive pathing for dealing with the Kenku issue, walk west. That's walk west
way?
with Girard in tow, and all of your dreams will come true.
Yeah, let's go check up on our kobold friends, and in the meantime, I'll have Gerard, doing some interning for his new job.
Oh no, I'm poor now. That was such a
Cat.
good impression.
It's
Come
such
on.
a-
I
did
can't-
nothing wrong.
She's sitting in front of the one screen I'm using at the moment.
Yeah, she's allowed.
Come on.
Yeah.
Keep your house
I
down.
This is why I taught my cats from
No.
kittenhood that they do not sit in front of the glowy box, glowy rectangle.
I've been trying, but it's not easy.
Put tinfoil on your desk.
I-
Unless she's not
I've-
scared. Unless she's one of those weird cats that's not scared of tinfoil, then no. Put a pickle. I don't know.
Sorry, I just
Yeah.
thought of the worst way to phrase the best thing. I've only ever gotten my cats secondhand.
I mean, same, but they usually come in kitten form because they've been thrown
Ah.
out of yeah.
Yeah, my cat is just too antisocial to want to be up on a desk or anything.
Yeah. I was sitting on my stoop and my latest cat just came over, sat next to me, and went, meh. I'm like, alright, it's mine now. I did double check that she was a stray. I did double check.
Of course,
Yeah.
Get it. Yeah. Get her shots and all
name
that
is
jazz.
Ham. Yeah.
I got my current one from a store, and she is the most standoffish cat I've ever met.
Good.
It's the same way that cats were domesticated in the first place. It just showed up one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like-
give me food. Meow.
I'm a traditionalist when it comes to adopting cats. I sit outside until one shows up.
Go outside and say, "Boy, I wish I didn't have another cat."
It works.
That's
It
literally
just
what
works.
happened.
The government doesn't want you to know this, but cats are free. You can literally take them. I have back home.
I have 5 cats, and I only came to Michigan with 2. One of the ones I came here with died, so we've got a net gain. She was old. It was size cat. She was like 14.
Also,
She's terrifying.
is the
My-
My
lady
cat's
confirmed?
9. Shut.
Yeah.
Cats know they're cute and they're using it against us.
I'm but a simple dole. I see a lost baby cat. I pick them up by their scruffing and carry them into my warren.
No, that's so
This is
fair,
my-
though.
This is mine now. Alright. We're done. I'm gonna go. My head. I've had a migraine all day, and I've been trying not to die.
I understand.
We'll post about when the next session will be in the chat thingy, and then we'll ping people about when things are. Because we can either make
Okay,
this
doke.
the new every other week, or we can, go
I
back
would
to
rather
prior
return to the. I'd rather return to the prior schedule. It worked better for me.
Yeah, that.
Figure it out
We'll
together.
find out.
Yeah. We just had to do it this way because it was way too awkward for me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I the big reason was just because Dictator was visiting me for a long period of time.
I've
Alright.
Okay.
Laters.
I
Cheers.
was
But
See you.
uh
Oh, and I assure you that Girard is not going to be a DMPC in that sense.
Yeah, I figured.
no, I figured he's just the guy that's around that we can talk to now.
as long as I have defeated my arch nemesis, the mayor, then we're
Honestly-
good.
Honestly, he's more of an adventure game inventory item. Use Girard on.
Actually,
That's fine. Use your art on mayor.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna shut
Actu-
off tabletop soon because I don't know what it is. It's like
Yeah.
it is attacking my GPU basically.
Jade, weirdly enough, it makes me kind of think of like that episode from that Clash of Clans cartoon, where you have this like basically a salesman runs into a literally an old ghost of a dead king, and the dead king proceeds to use him as a way to wage war on his competitor.
You're kidding
Go
me.
watch your boy Kung Ming. It's phenomenal. Ain't Li Zhang, the ancient Chinese military strategist, reincarnates to modern day Japan and decides to work as a talent manager for an up-and-coming music star. It's a phenomenal show. It's every bit as absurd as that premise implies that it would be, and it's outstanding. I love
That
it.
does sound pretty silly.
That does sound pretty. That honestly,
he uses
I
the ancient tactics methods to get.
I was gonna say he's gotta use it. Otherwise, it's like, why did we even start with this concept? It's like, this is a stupid idea. We have to make him. We have to have this character use old like war tactics to get the talent ahead.
He 100%
Like,
does, and it's
when
delightful.
when enemy is not looking, you punch him in dick.
Oh no, Li Zhang actually has some like legit bananas tactics that they like legendary tactics that he used in that time period. So it's more like I confused my enemies with the morning mists, and so that they could not find where the attack was coming from. We set up fog machines to obscure the exits for the bars to make sure that people stay in here and buy more drinks. Like, it's that level of.
I know my implication was stupid because I couldn't be bothered to think of anything.
No worries.
But yeah, I love concepts. For some reason, like having like a ancient general character that's using like their tactics on something benign is always a weirdly like fun concept to me.
Right? It is. Absolutely. So, I think I'm going to wrap my stream here. I'll stay in chat with people for a bit. Because you all want to.
Not you!
Ah! Good night, YouTube. I love you.
Good night, you two.
Bye, YouTube!
Bye-bye.
Nice you too.
I just love how